Welcome to Bloomfield in Focus. I'm Township Supervisor Mike McCready, and today I'm joined by Brandon Shaya and Yosh Sosnowski. Brandon, you recently opened Tea Times on Telegraph Road, just south of Maple, and today we're going to talk about the golf simulator business and see what you offer beyond golf. And I was in there, I've been in there a couple times now, kind of trying to check it out. Very popular these days are the simulators. And I know you had one in Rochester.
That's
and
correct.
You've been very successful there.
That's correct.
So you brought your same model over to Bloomfield Township at Maple and Telegraph.
Yeah, so this was kind of a dream project of mine, Mike. I've been in the restaurant business for about almost 15 years now. I own CJ Mahoney's Sports Bar and Grill in Rochester Hills and CJ's Pub in Shelby Township. And I love the game of golf so much. And I'm not very good, but I love the game. And as I started to see golf simulators gain popularity, I'd go out because in the off season I wanted to swing and play, and I'd watch the business, and it was a cool model. The technology was okay, but I didn't like being in the restaurant business the way that the business operated, which was more of that kind of bowling alley thing where you got someone working the front desk and you kind of go to your bay, and then that's about all the interaction you have with them, and you kind of just figure out everything. And if there's a problem, you call the front desk. And so I thought it could be done better. I thought it could be done bigger. Most facilities, when I started looking all those years ago, were about 4 simulators, 3 simulators, maybe a 5 simulator facility. So I thought I'd like to do this, but bigger. Improve on the technology. I wanted to add a restaurant because some of these places were cooking out of like an easy bake oven or something. It would kill me to see the food that would come out.
All right.
And, there's not real bartenders behind the bar making drinks. And I thought it lacked a little bit of personality. So I figured, why don't I take my sports bar concept and kind of mirror that with the golf, and that's how Tea Times was created. As far as the simulators, and we'll talk about that, I did a lot of research to find out what the best simulators in the world were, and it was an ambitious project because there really isn't anything like Tea Times, the way it's built, the way it's made. So I kind of just took a chance and went into this with a couple of my buddies and said, "Listen, this is my plan. What do you think?" And they said, "Okay, let's try it." And as you walk into the store, you can see, the bar's kind of right in the middle is the focal point. Got a full-service kitchen with a chef. And in the Rochester store, we were surrounded by 12 bays. And opened up, I think it was the day after Christmas in 2022. And it was just busy immediately. The city truly embraced us. The city, specifically Mayor Barnett and City Council, they loved the idea. They wanted us to be there. They really embraced us, and we built a facility, and it did really well. And naturally, after a couple years of it being successful, we thought we need to do another one. And if you were to ask me, where the absolute best location it could have gone was Maple and Telegraph. And we just so happened to find a location there, and we went through some hoops to try to get it approved. Had to pitch it to council here multiple times, but the city ended up embracing us, and thank God we got it through. And at that point, we just wanted to build an even better facility, which we think we've done in Bloomfield, improve on the technology a little bit. We added an additional simulator, and it's been fantastic so far.
Well, congrats and welcome. I've been over there a couple times and met Yosh.
Thank you.
And he's kind of showed us around and showed us your technology. I know one of the popular technology out there is TrackMan, but your technology is different. What's the name of the technology that you use?
So we're using the Gulfstone simulators, specifically the 2Vision NX, which is their flagship system.
Okay.
The Gulfstone simulators, they won the best simulator in the world award by Golf Digest 5 years in a row. The difference between this and other simulators is it uses a 2-camera system. So if you look at like the high-end launch miners like the GC Quad and things like that, they're always camera systems. The way that it's working is it's using two high-speed cameras. One's in front of you and then one's above the ball. And they're shining different lights at the golf ball. The camera's converting it into a black and white image. It's watching your club path, club face. It watches the compression of the ball. And then when the ball's releasing from the club face, it's watching each individual dimple of the golf ball. So it really needs about 4 to 8 inches of throw distance off the club face before it has all the data it needs to complete the swing. So the best part about this is as soon as you hit the ball, it has the data. So when you look up, that ball's already moving. There's no latency. There's even if you watch on TV, if they're hitting into a screen on like Golf Channel or something, they hit the ball, you wait a couple seconds, like did it register? Is it broken? And then the ball starts traveling.
This information comes right up.
It's instantly.
Right.
The second you hit the ball, by the time your head is up, that ball is moving on the screen. You actually feel like you're golfing on base.
So it's measuring your swing speed. It's measuring the compression of the ball when the club hits it. It's measuring the spin on the ball.
Yep, club path, your side spin.
Right. And obviously the track of the ball,
Yeah.
too. Because when I was over there, we were doing some video with Thursday with you. I was watching a couple of the bays. How many bays do you have over there?
We have 13.
Plus you have that private room.
So there's 11 that are out in the main facility, and then there's 2 in the private room.
And then you just charge by the hour, half hour?
By the hour, it's usually an hour minimum, and then 30-minute increments after that.
After that. And how long will people stay in the bay and play? I mean, how long does it take to get around in? Meaning 18 holes.
The first time that somebody comes in, if you were by yourself, I would say get an hour for 18.
Okay.
That would give you about 15 minutes on the range to warm up. You'd be
Okay.
able to finish the 18, and then maybe 5 minutes at the end to go on the range again. As people play more and more on the simulator, you start to get used to it. Once you hit your shot, you look at the screen, you see, I have 145 yards to my next shot. Let me grab my 8-iron so I'm ready. So if you have 4 golfers that are doing 18 holes, usually they can finish in about 2.5 hours, maybe 3.
So they're there for a while.
Yeah.
Good. And they bring their own bag, and I noticed you had bags there, but with clubs, but most people bring their own bag. But if you don't, you have them for rent.
Yes, we do recommend that everybody brings their own clubs if they have them. It's always better to use your own equipment. But if somebody does need clubs, we do have right-handed and left-handed club, men's and ladies, and we also have a couple junior sets that are available for rent.
Okay. So now we're in a bay, and we're lining up, and we're going to play multiple different courses. You have, 300 different courses loaded up into your system, is that right?
Yeah, there's currently 305 courses that you can play at our Bloomfield location.
What's the most popular course? people play around?
Everybody wants to play Pebble Beach.
Sure they do. A lot cheaper at your place than going
Yeah.
out to Pebble Beach.
And I
That's
am
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm so against it when people try to jump right to Pebble Beach because it is a championship course. It is very difficult, and it plays. I mean, it's the most realistic simulator you can golf on.
Is that right?
So you're going out there and it's the middle of winter. You haven't swung in 3 months, and you're playing Pebble Beach. You're not
For
going to
$60 an hour
Yeah, you're not gonna have-
$750 plus
Yeah.
caddy when you're out there,
So,
right?
Yeah, so I always tell people, start on something, St. Andrews, you still have a championship course, but, it's a little bit more flat. You don't have the ocean on every single hole to worry about,
But Pebble Beach this is number one.
Everyone plays Pebble Beach.
Yeah. So they come in, and let's say, are you giving them an email address so then they get that data back that they can take home with them? Is it emailed to them, everything that they've done, every shot they've taken? And
So GolfZone actually has an app.
Okay.
The makers of the simulator, it's the GolfZone Global app. You can log into the simulator, and all of your stats are going to save for your round. So
Okay.
it'll show you your scores. If you go into the My Practice mode, every single shot that you take, it's going to save onto your phone, so you can see, my 7-iron, I hit 30 shots today. This is what every single shot was. It also, you can send some of your swing replays to your phone, and it'll do an AI swing analysis. So it'll tell you what you're doing right with your swing or what you're doing wrong. So if your timing's off, it'll tell you all of that right in the app.
And then do you track handicaps separately for simulation golf versus handicap on the golf course? Are you keeping handicaps in simulators?
So for my leagues, I do have them handicapped. I use USGA guidelines, but I do keep it completely separate than outdoor golf.
From the USGA app?
Yeah, so you're getting. Typically, I found about 90% of GIN is a good starting handicap for the GolfZone simulators.
Okay.
So new leagues, I always start them around 90%.
Okay.
But then even with the GolfZone app, it will track your handicap built in with the app. So after you get, I think it's 20 rounds, it will have a handicap for you. And
You got to
it
get
updates
20
as well.
rounds in to get that accurate handicap, just like a regular golf course.
It'll have a dormant, like a pre handicap for you before 20, but it's official once you hit the 20 rounds.
Yeah. So now you have leagues. And so people sign up for a league. And how many people are in a league? How many teams do you have in a league?
So my leagues, they're crossed between both locations.
Okay.
So for Monday, I think I have about 70 golfers
Nice.
that are in
They're
that.
coming out tonight.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
So, but it's fun because we have a live leaderboard that's up there. You can see wherever it's handicapped.
Yeah.
It's a 2-person best ball league. So you get to see where everyone else is in relation to you. But there's just so many people on this leaderboard, and every shot matters, and it's just the excitement for it. I love the leagues.
I bet you do. I bet you get some players in there too.
Yeah.
And then, as far as just going back to simulators, you talked about TrackMan, and Yosh was getting into the technology. So, a TrackMan, it's a great simulator. And a lot of these simulators, and you notice that you go and play on them. You take the ball, you set it down on the ground, you take a swing, you hit it. In terms of cost, TrackMan's probably around $20,000 or so. So for people, when they ask me all the time, like, hey, what should I get for my home? I'll tell them, get a TrackMan. But for what we do, commercial, in a commercial sense, every one of our simulators was about $100,000 to build. So it's a lot better cost, but then besides the differentiators and how it reads the ball, you also have a swing plate that you can stand on. You're actually standing on a hydraulic plate that moves to emulate the undulation of a golf course. So if you're hitting your next shot with a downhill lie, guess what? That plate's going to move you. And then beyond that,
So you could be pitched.
you could be.
You got a downhill or an uphill lie.
That's correct. Yeah, so, and it's wild when people see it for the first time. They can't believe it because they watch they're about to take their shot, and as they're walking up, the floor starts moving. But beyond that, compared to something like a TrackMan or some of these other simulators, we have multiple hitting surfaces also.
Right.
So,
I noticed that.
Yeah. So we have actually a simulated rough and multiple bunkers to hit out of, and the simulator will tell you, you're in the bunker, you got a bunker shot, and the simulator will ask you to place the ball in our bunker.
I saw that. And in that bunker, are there different levels in that bunker where you have to put the ball? So, for instance, sometimes I've been buried in a bunker, and are there those types of shots, or is it pretty standard coming out of that bunker?
So you're in the bunker, but for example, if you're hitting into a bunker and you have a certain amount of clearance, you'll notice that when you hit the ball, you've got to get over that. You got to maybe open up that club face and hit the ball higher to get it out of the bunker and get it to where you want to go.
Yeah. And I like when the guys were teeing off, the ball comes up for them on the tee, ready to go.
Yeah, it's another differentiator that we have, which we think is huge, because if I got to bend over to pick up my ball or chase after my ball to pick it up and set it down constantly, that takes time.
Right.
And it also wears out your back pretty good too after a while.
Yeah. So we're just watching. I got to come over with my clubs and we get some real life practice in on it. But it was fun watching people. A couple of guys showed up in shorts and a golf shirt on Thursday. It's 35 degrees outside, but boy, they're ready to go play. I don't know what they were playing, but it had to be a southern course somewhere because they were hitting the ball. These two guys were hitting the ball 270, 285, and you were telling me you get guys coming over that are hitting the ball over 300 yards in your simulators right now?
Yeah, consistently over 300. We have 122 mile an hour club speed.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And you were telling me about a tournament that you are involved with nationwide. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So there's actually multiple different tournaments for the Golf Zone simulators. The big one is called the Golf Zone Tour. Last year it was open to 12 facilities. We were fortunate to be one of them. We ended up making it to the finals. It's like a round robin tournament. It's open tryouts. Anybody can join the team. We ended up making it to the finals in the PGA Show in Orlando last year. We came in second place.
Nice.
This year they opened it up to all Golf Zone facilities. So there was 155 teams that were eligible. Out of that, they picked the top 72. They doubled the prize to $300,000.
Wow.
We ended up going to the finals in LA this year, and we were very fortunate. We ended up winning it.
When you say your team, so we're 2 or 4 on the team?
It's 4 golfers.
4 golfers. They won the $300,000 prize, so they split it?
Yeah, they split it evenly.
Did it pay for their cost being involved with something like that? Or do they play in your own? Do you play against these people in your own simulator, or do you meet at another simulator?
So for most of the matches, it's network play.
Network play, yeah.
Which through the simulator, it's phenomenal. Like you see the shot traces of everybody else as you're playing. It has the camera on you, so if somebody else hits a good shot, it will show their replay on our screen. We did have a film crew come out for one of our matches, so you can watch the match on YouTube, and it cuts back and forth, and you can just see like the banter between us and the other team as we're going on.
It's got to be fun.
It's
But
amazing.
they're somewhere else.
They are somewhere else,
Yeah.
and then the semifinals and the finals they had us travel for those ones.
Okay, where were those held?
The semifinals were in Chicago, and then the finals were in the Golf Zone West Coast showroom in LA.
Wow. And has anybody moved from there to the Corn Ferry Tour yet? Have they taken the jump or the Nike Tour yet? Have we got anybody?
I do have one of my players that's trying to go that route. He's either Corn Ferry or Q School.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
How old is he?
I think he's 28 right now.
How far does he hit the ball off the tee?
He's about 340, and he's not my longest driver.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And they're straight.
They're straight.
They're getting it down the
Yeah.
middle. They're not.
Yeah, and it's funny because you have a par 4 that's 320 yards, and for me, I'm like, I'm going to swing as hard as I can. I'm going to go for this.
Yeah.
And he's using a driving iron.
Yeah. That's a talent.
Or like a 5-wood.
It is.
That's a talent. So we may be getting a new PGA professional coming out of our area, all thanks to the Tee Time Simulator golf,
Yeah.
huh?
And then also with the tournaments, there's also like that's the big one. But then every single month, Golf Zone has another tournament. Currently, they're doing something with the True North Pinnacle and Monument courses.
Okay.
So if you just play those courses on our simulator, you have a chance to win a $2,000 credit towards those courses. And it's not
That's generous.
you don't have to win the tournament outright. It's just if you play the courses, you get entered into a raffle to win it.
No kidding.
So
That's pretty generous.
yeah.
When you talk about the True North, are you talking about True North up in Harbor Springs? That True North?
True North, I think these are in Arizona.
Oh, out in Arizona, and the Pinnacle course out in Arizona.
Yeah.
Is that part of that McGregor Ranch area?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, that's very generous. And then you were also talking about what you're doing for the high schools, that you're asking the high schools to come in and practice in your simulators, and why not? And you do it, Brandon, free of charge, basically, right?
Yeah, so it started at Rochester almost immediately after we opened. One of the coaches called me up from Rochester High and said, "Hey, we got our team." It was the girls' coach for Rochester High, and he said, we take the girls and we go to Topgolf and we practice, and we'd love to use your facility, but we don't have a lot of money to spend,
Sure.
But will you work with us? And I said. And I just thought about them practicing at Topgolf, and it was already killing me. And I said, I tell you what, Yosh and I made it work. We gave them a specific time that they could come in, and they come in once or sometimes a couple of times a week, and we didn't charge them. And then, of course, after that, the boys coach called me from Rochester.
Yeah.
And then we got calls from the Stony Creek coach, and then we got calls from the Adams coach, and we said, yeah, of course, come on in. Never charge them. And the coolest is when the parents will see you out randomly and they'll say, "Thank you so much. My kid loves coming in.
I bet.
Thank you so much for what you do." And you know what? The parents then end up coming in and spending time, and it's just the right thing to do. So as we were building Bloomfield, I started proactively reaching out to the schools. I reached out to Bloomfield High School, and I reached out to Brother Rice, and said, "Hey, bring your kids. Come on in. We want
Right.
to see them." Some of the coaches came out to Rochester just to see what they were, and they were so excited to be able to come in and bring their kids in and
Well,
and
you're
practice.
located in such a great area at Maple and Telegraph. We
Yeah.
have, Seahome down the road, Grove's around the corner, but right next to you is Marion and Brother Rice.
Yeah.
And then your old alma mater, sort of.
Yeah.
Right?
Andover, which is now
Andover,
yeah.
Bloomfield Hills High School.
Yeah.
I could probably keep going, but they better wake up and get in to see you guys, because this is a great opportunity.
I think it's an advantage. You're keeping these kids swinging all year round. You're getting all of the readouts, and we're not charging you. So bring your kids in and come in and practice,
Yeah,
please.
parents and coaches, I hope you're hearing this.
Yeah, for sure.
What a wonderful opportunity. And they can come right in after high school, right after school gets out, which is usually 2:30, 3 o'clock, and you give them an hour in the bay. Boy, could they fine-tune their game.
Yeah, so I think that's right. I think they come in usually from 4 to 5.
Three to five.
3 to 5. It's a sweet spot for us, right? Because it's right before leagues start.
Okay.
And in our business, even in the busiest of times, we still have that lull, but that time during the day. So we figured, why not let the kids come out and play and practice.
Yeah, and because you picked a great location. I mean, you're right in the heart of the township.
Yeah.
And surrounded by all these schools, but also, we do have I think 4 private golf clubs in the township.
Correct.
I have to
some
assume,
great golf clubs in the
I
township.
have to assume you're getting some golfers showing up working on their game over the winter.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got to be a win-win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I know we got some players here.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard and watched some of the guys that carry these low or no handicaps. And
Yeah.
it's a whole different game.
Yeah, in terms of a golf community, I mean, you can't really ask for a better golf community than right here. It's pretty awesome. There's some amazing courses and clubs around here, and
Yeah.
and, everyone here loves golf. So.
Right, but it makes us all work on our game over the winter, which normally we put our clubs away and we'll see in the
Right.
spring. But with you all here now,
Yep.
plus the entertainment you have a full bar and a restaurant. And we
Correct.
came in and had the food. It was good. We had a couple of beers. It was cold, but you have a full bar, so you can kind of
Right.
entertain yourself.
Yep.
And when we were there on Thursday, I saw, a couple. They came in and they were just practicing together. And then I saw another group of 8 couples. There was 4 couples. They had a big food tray in front of them. And I don't know what course they were playing, but they were having a great time.
Yeah.
It was a good afternoon. Good way to spend an afternoon.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It just like I said, from being a dream concept that I had, and then to actually walking in and seeing people in it,
Right.
it's really, really cool.
So I got to ask you, like sometimes you're a walk-on, you're a single, and you want to join a group. Do you have sign-ups where somebody who's a single can come in and join in the league night or some of the other times to come and play if there's a threesome or something, for instance?
For the leagues, yes, I do. I have an individual sign-up form that's on the website.
Okay.
So I'll try to pair them with another single that's going in.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
So.
Yeah, and how many will you get on league night? About 70 players tonight, you said?
So it's between both locations. So I'll probably have, I think there's about 20 for Bloomfield right now.
It's
And
growing.
It's growing.
Okay.
I'm expecting our next league season is going to begin the second weekend of February. I'm expecting that one to pretty much fill out the entire facility.
I bet. And so tell me about the hours. What are your hours at tea time?
We open 11 a.m. every day. We close 11 p.m. every day. Or no, we open at 9 a.m. every single day. We close at 11 p.m. every day, except for Friday and Saturday. We close at midnight.
Oh, you getting good crowds in the evening there?
Yes.
I bet. How about, what's the night? Sunday night? When was the Bears-Packer game? Was that Saturday night, I think?
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Did you get a big crowd there for the
Yeah,
Bears?
absolutely.
Oh.
And we're starting to get a sports crowd to come in. They'll come in just to watch the TVs.
Because you
and
got all the
watch
big
games.
screens there.
Yes.
Forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
And you got big screens over on the bar, but you have big screens at every
bay.
Every bay,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. You got your golf glove in your back pocket right now? Look, you guys are ready to go. Yeah, that's great. So Monday through Sunday, you're open 7 days a week. You start at 9 a.m. and you're 9 to 11 weekdays, and then Saturday and Sundays you're open till midnight.
Yes.
What fun. That's great. I'm so glad you're here. So tell us about some of the other maybe future events you're going to start thinking about holding and doing for the golfers. Anything planned other than?
So a couple things. Obviously, the facility is used for practice. The facility is used if you and your friends want to just come out and play. Obviously, we have leagues. We do other things as well. For example, we host a ton of corporate events at tea times. And sometimes they're smaller ones where
That's
they'll say,
nice.
let's just take a couple of rooms and
Right.
rent those and have our company party here. Or we'll have companies come in and say, we just want the whole facility. So, for example, NFL Players Association, I think they've done 4 events with us.
Nice.
Carmanos has done multiple events with us.
Nice.
And they'll do it one of 2 ways. They'll either say, hey, can you organize a tournament for me? We're going to send you the teams. Yosh will do his live scoring thing. Or they say, just leave the clubs out, get us some food, and we'll bring in a spread of food for them. And you want to hit. If you don't, just hang out. So you got that going on. We've had all kinds of different events. Sometimes people come in and rent the facility just to have the facility. But there's definitely multiple uses that you can
Yeah,
get
the
out of it.
corporate events, that would be nice. And then let's say I wanted to work on my game. I don't have a coach. Are you a teacher that I can come in and get coaching from at tea times?
I am not, but we do have some PGA professionals that do train out of
Okay, then we'll
Bloomfield.
pay separately for that.
Yeah, so if you go on our website, Meet the Pros, you can read everybody's bio. You can go
And
through
pick
them.
from them and to draw and have them meet you there.
Yeah, and then
That's
also,
nice.
also if I'm there, if I see something noticeable. I'll point it out for
Oh,
you.
you do? Okay, don't watch me because there's going to be a lot wrong. But that's nice. So I go online. I can sign up for a tee time, but I can also pick a coach. And there's a bio to work with and whatever it costs to have a coach there with you to work on your game.
Yes.
That's full service. That's great. Well, gentlemen, thank you for being on the show. We want to wish you the best, and really happy, and thank you for
Thank
being
you so
in
much.
Bloomfield
Thank
Township.
you for having us. We really appreciate it.
And any other thoughts you want to share with the public before we sign off here?
No, just come in and check out tee times. We want you
Right.
to
You can
come
call
see it.
ahead or you can walk in. You can walk. It's a walk-on course.
During this time of year, I would say the best thing to do is to book online. I think
Sure.
that's the absolute best way.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if it was the summer, you'd have a good chance of being able to walk in and practice, but or play. But this time of year, it gets pretty busy. I'd make a reservation online.
And for those of you that have always wanted to play Pebble Beach, now's your chance.
That's
Come
right.
on in.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you for watching Bloomfield in Focus. I'm Mike McCready, your Bloomfield Township Supervisor.